Okay, now I have got opponent from South Africa. So what opponent is going to do here? Okay, let's play maybe French defense. Old good French defense. And I'm gonna play d5. After knight c3, opponent is going to play the two knights attack. And the two knights attack is something that, yeah, this is two knights attack. The purpose of that variation is to avoid the Wiener variation. So I cannot play bishop. I mean, I can play bishop before, but it's not as good. So now I have got a choice to capture and play the Rubinstein in all of the versions, or I can play here and play the classical without f4. But I think I'm gonna go, I'm gonna capture, and maybe I'm gonna play the Fort Knox variation. So this is one of the most solid variations in the whole French. By the way, I'm also recommending the Fort Knox variation in my rock solid opening repertoire. I play bishop c6. I play knight d7. The main idea of the Fort Knox variation is to exchange that bad bishop. In the French defense, that light square bishop is bad. So I just want to exchange it. Okay, knight goes to the f6 square. Now white has got several options. Knight g3 is the most popular. Knight, this is very annoying. This is not that annoying. And those moves are also. Knight d2 and knight g3, those are like the two best moves. And I want to take it, but I don't have to take it right now. I can play bishop e7. Because in case opponent moves that knight away, okay, I could take it and I could go there. And it's a fork. That would be a fork. So now after c3, I don't need to take it even right now. I'm just waiting. Maybe opponent will move queen. So I think I can just move I can just castle. And after rook e1, I have to take it. It's just slightly better to wait a little bit for this. Okay, and now this move is a threat because opponent captures queen d5 doesn't work because pawn at e5 is protected. So this is the moment that I'm going to take it, and I'm going to play c6, making sure that b7 pawn is not hanging. Also, what is very important, so you can see I have got a very solid position. Maybe I don't have that much space, but my position is quite solid. And later, I want to play rook e8. I cannot move my queen somewhere because then knight f5. That bishop is undefended. It's very annoying. This is the reason why I want to consolidate my position even more. I'm going to play rook e8 right now. So rook goes to e8. I'm going to play knight to f8, maybe knight to g6, making sure that my king is safe. And I will try to search for some counterplay on the other side. Knight goes to the f8. Okay. And now my position is quite solid. Maybe knight g6. I'll think about this move. But now I try to get some counterplay. What are the typical ideas? If white has got b3 played, then a typical idea is to push the a5 pawn forward. In this case, okay, I can still push that pawn forward. Still it is possible, maybe even together with queen b6. Another option is queen a5 and trying to attack it. Next option is queen to d5. I'm attacking here and here, and I kind of force my opponent to exchange pieces, and I don't mind to play endgames. So let's maybe play this move. I will try to force my opponent to exchange. In case opponent captures, I'm going to take it back with a knight. Of course, opponent can keep queen on the board, but now it's even bishops hanging. So let's say opponent will have to play. No, but there is knight g4 discovered attack. So I think I'm just forcing my opponent to exchange queens right now. And as you can see, I mean, I don't mind to exchange pieces because I'm defending. I have got a very solid position, but definitely the side who can attack is my opponent. So this is the reason why I wanted to move my. This is the reason why I wanted to move my queen to this place. Okay, opponent is trying to probably find a way. How can I keep queens on the board? In case queen captures, then I think I can capture either way. If I capture with this pawn, position. Okay, now I have to calculate because I have got several options. If I capture with this pawn structure is gonna be like in the exchange French. I'm a little bit afraid of knight f5, so probably I don't want to do this. If I capture with this pawn, this is gonna be the Carlsbad structure. This is the Carlsbad structure, so I'm supposed to try to do the minority attack, but I'm a little bit afraid that white's minority attack is faster. So okay, so I like it more than e takes d5, but let's check also if I capture with a knight. Opponent, let's say, exchanges. I can take it back with the rook. No, maybe not with the rook, maybe with the knight. And later I can try to get the attack in the middle, and this is what I like the most. Okay, if I capture with the rook, opponent plays c4. I move my knight back, knight f5. Should I be afraid or not? Maybe actually it's not a big problem. So let's take it like this. Because if I take it here, you can see that automatically I have got an opportunity to double rooks on the d file. You can also see that in case opponent is going to play c4, I want to provoke my opponent to play this move. Then the d4 pawn will become semi-backwards. I don't mind. I don't mind that. And now I also keep knight f4 option. Okay, let's bring my rook to the d8. I'll wait maybe a little bit with rook d7 because there is knight c5. So maybe here. Okay, so opponent is trying to restrict that piece. Should I play this move or not? Should I play it here or not? What are other options? My plan is to attack in the middle. Maybe c5 one day, maybe e5. Can I play e5 right away or not? If I play e5, I open the position, but opponent has got a bishop. And in that kind of positions, I'm a little bit afraid that bishop might be better. So you know what? I don't want to play e5, not too early. Let's move my knight here. I will try to exchange knights. I'm gonna play this knight here. You see, opponent is trying to get some counterplay. Maybe with this. I'm very happy that my rook is defended. After this move, I'm going to probably play rook d7. And maybe c5 one day. Yes, I really like the idea of pushing the pawn forward to the c5 square. But because of that bishop, I have to be very careful when I open the position. Also, another aspect of this game, you can see that opponent is higher rated, and you can also see that it's more accurate. Probably opponent is a very sharp player, so this is why going into the endgame is a good idea against certain players. Okay, now I have to think. If I capture with a knight, okay, I should have calculated this, then opponent is going to play f5, and rook at e7 is undefended. And then what happens? I mean, you know, I can play rook e8, we are going to exchange, and here. It's not a bad variation. If I capture with a pawn, then what, f5 as well? Okay, you know what, I'm gonna capture with a knight. Yes, and I have to, after this move, I think I have to go there. Ah, okay, opponent didn't play this move. Very happy about it. I can even play it here. Or, you know what, let's play here. I was a little bit afraid that opponent will go f5. Because it opens the position, bishop is better than the knight in the open positions. and now we can still keep maneuvering. So what you see, the idea maybe is to push those pawns forward. Let's maybe start with this move. Prevents any f5 idea. Let's play it here. I know that opponent has got the light square bishop, and that light square bishop is going to attack those pawns. So I have to be careful. Okay, but should I be afraid of this move? I think I'm gonna play it here, and in case the h file will become more open, I can maneuver my rook there. So you can see, okay, I'm gonna take it, of course, and I'm gonna move my rook here. Okay, I think I don't mind. Can I exchange and can I enter with my rook to the second rank? Would be nice, but okay, I'm gonna take it. Of course, one rook on the open file cannot hurt me. If I go there, captures here, probably rook goes to c1. I have got a very active position, but I do not see the follow-up. What can I do right now? Maybe I'll move my knight into a more active place. I know how does it sound, more active place, and I go back, but I want to move my knight to d6, so it's going to prevent any f5 idea in the future. Okay, so opponent is not going to wait with this move. Okay, let me take it. And opponent wants to have some pressure here. I can always take it back. Maybe I should go there. Or king f6. Or I can just play g5. Okay, let's maybe play this move. Because I place my pawn on the dark square, and I have got an opportunity to get the pass pawn that is supported. And supported pass pawn is something great in the endgame. Okay, so opponent wants to enter somehow, so I move my knight here. So you can see that maybe my opponent is having rook on the open file, but I go there. Here, either here. That's my idea. Okay, so opponent wants to enter. I cannot let my opponent to enter. I have to go there. Now I want to go there. And after rook e1, I think I'm gonna go king f8. Let's see, maybe my opponent wants to get a draw. I think it doesn't cost me. Check it. If opponent plays rook h1, because now opponent is thinking, how can I break through? If opponent has got no idea, opponent will probably accept a draw. You see, opponent is thinking. Opponent has got only 2 minutes right now, and is really thinking what to do right now to get a good position. Bishop e6, I play here. Rook h1, I don't have a much choice. I think I have to play it there, because I cannot move my king here. But is there any other? You see, after this move, I think I can play rook e7, and if we exchange, I'm good. If opponent doesn't exchange, I go back and I take control over the open file. You see, opponent is very low on time. So now I can think, can I play, for example, knight to d5? Opponent enters, I go there. Opponent moves the rook somewhere, I go here. Because my opponent is very low on time, and I'm pretty sure opponent is thinking that he always has got a draw. So I'm gonna, after rook h1, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna play knight d5 because opponent is very low on time. Because he's thinking, okay, I have got a draw, and now surprise, I don't want to take a draw. Okay, pawn or what? Pawn or not pawn? Pawn or rook? Maybe Oh. And king g7 after rook h8. Yes, here. Rook g6, king 7. Okay, again, opponent is thinking that always got a draw, but I don't want to get a draw. I play here. I have got supported pass pawn. Can I protect it like this or not? Because king is going to enter. King enters. I go here. King enters. And then what? Or should I check? King cannot go to the h5. Okay, and if I play it here, okay, if I play it here, okay, I should have calculated a little bit, maybe a little bit more. I go there, opponent captures, I go here, opponent captures, I take it. Okay, looks very risky, but opponent is low on time. And that's the good news. What are other options? Maybe I can go there. Capture. Okay, let's play this move. Rook captures f6, I capture at b2. I think I can get more pawns because of that. So what? King e7, either d7. Maybe here. Maybe king d6. Ah, okay, this is the king d7. I should have played king d7. Here I made a mistake. Okay, that was very simple trick, but okay, I'm not going to resign. I go there. Opponent wants to, okay, let's go here. And opponent wants to enter with a king somehow. That's my threat. I see checkmate. No, I have to go there. Should I take or what? Okay, I will take it. Okay, so now you can see opponent has got 20 seconds, but opponent has got is up a pawn. The best position for the rook is to be behind, but I cannot move it. Okay, so my king has to go to the queen side, stopping those pawns. Okay, let's push it forward. It's just a race. Okay, c4. So opponent is trying to get some of my pawns here. Okay, but I have got a check. And what? Let's check again or not? Should I check or not? If I take takes. Okay, I'm gonna take it. Let's capture the b2 pawn. And now let's go. And the rook goes behind the pawn. Okay, so what can I do here? Okay, I think I'm gonna capture maybe this pawn first. Okay, I'm gonna offer a draw. I don't want to flag my opponent, and opponent agreed for a draw, right? Of course, I could try to flag my opponent here, but that's not the point, right? Position is drawish. I was trying to win this, of course, because you could see that my opponent is low on time, and I thought that I have got a chance. But this is a pretty drawish position. This king goes there. It's just a draw. Yeah. So okay. Anyway, I think it was a pretty interesting game.